the control problems go a lot deeper than that. Aside from Darcy's normal movement feeling like she's running up a down escalator, there are also stealth-based movements. For example, Darcy can crawl by holding duck and moving forward. When it feels like working, there it goes! But the worst part is trying to sneak, and Darcy does this by, I'm not kidding, doing a sexy walk.
You know what, let's make a game out of this. Point on the Dreamcast controller what you think I have to do to sneak in this game. Give up? Got your guesses? Okay, here we go. You have to move the analog stick while holding up on the D-pad, which is a perfect control scheme for people who have an extra pair of thumbs.
But even then, stealth mode is completely useless because the enemies don't seem to notice Darcy even when she's standing right next to them. Hell, Darcy can jog up to a wildcat at a leisurely pace and knock them out with the same move like she snuck up on them. You know what, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let's back up a bit and talk about the kinds of missions Urban Chaos has. Every mission starts off with a block of text and an objective list read by Darcy's boss, Officer Dean.
O'Byrne says the guy's as nervous as a turkey at Thanksgiving. Won't let anyone approach him directly.
A common theme with these missions, aside from performing duties that no police department would ever assign to a rookie, is that Darcy ends up covering for other officers' mistakes.
Find out where the hell those weapons are kept before that pain-in-the-ass Kordansky and UCNN broadcast our screw-up all over the state.
This is usually the case for most of the side quests, too. Yeah, there are side quests in this game. And they're triggered by walking into certain areas, talking to certain people, or simply waiting a certain amount of time. But there's absolutely no indication of where or when these can be found. Not that I'd want to go out of my way to arrest this guy.
All units. Patrol car cited a known felon known as Coots on a parole violation. Known to be armed and dangerous. We want him brought down.
Well, if the guy's so incredibly dangerous, why didn't the guy in the patrol car stop and arrest him?
And why in the hell would I want to help this dumbass of a cop who got his patrol car stolen?
You see, I was working the crowd at the Jumpers building and my squad car got, stolen.
My God, these guys make the cast of Super Troopers look like Foxhound by comparison. What, now you're going to tell me that despite holding a perfectly good shotgun, they're going to fist fight all the Wildcats that they see? Can we get another random stereotype so I can forget what I just saw?
As soon as he sees anybody within 6 feet of him, he threatens to go over.
Thank you, Irish cop.
The one reason to do these side missions is that they yield either ammo or stat bonuses. Darcy has stats for stamina, strength, reflexes, and constitution, which are supposed to do things like increase her health bar, make her hand-to-hand attacks stronger, increase her running speed, etc. But to see any consequential gain from these, you need to find a couple dozen of them for one stat. They're also hidden randomly around the city, but good luck finding them without hours of mindless wandering and building jumping. The best part of all this is that if you die or fail an objective, Darcy has to do all the side jobs over and recollect all the randomly placed stat points. Actually, I think it's worse when you finish a mission and they not only show how many stat bonuses you missed, but the speedrun time of a Monkeyfoot employee. Yeah, thanks for punching me in the nuts by showing me how much time I wasted doing your busy work, Monkeyfoot. Oh, there are some missions where you play as a helpful vigilante named Roper. He's slower than Darcy, and he doesn't have the ability to arrest people, so he can kill any of the muggers he pleases by headbutting them to death. Hell, he can also dual-wield pistols and glitch out enemy health bars so they invert and stretch across the screen.
Roper? Roper, I think he's dead. You can stop. Roper! Roper! Roper, he's dead! You can stop now!
Punk ass. You friggin' punk.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, right. Remember how I had that long spiel at the beginning of the review about hand-to-hand combat? Well, now it's time to talk about the gun mechanics. They're kind of stupid. In fact, I'm going to wear these, so I am at least somewhat protected against the idiocy that I am about to witness. Let's continue.
Let's start by looking at the gunplay from the enemy's perspective. When anyone pulls a gun on Darcy, this reticule appears, and they have to wait a good 4 or 5 seconds before pulling the trigger to get an accurate shot off, leaving more than enough time for her to jog up to them, throw them to the ground, and arrest them. Get used to this, because the game likes to spawn a wildcat, either unarmed or holding a pistol, who chases Darcy down. This happens every 30 or 40 seconds without fail. But I'm getting sidetracked again. If you're in a fist fight and someone pulls a gun, they can get in several shots before Darcy can get to them. Being able to glitch away from anyone on the ground doesn't help either. A straight-up gunfight isn't an option for groups of enemies, especially if they have shotguns or automatic weapons, so Darcy is essentially limited to using guns against small groups or individual thugs with no surroundings.
No surroundings. Now, what could that mean? Well, it's one of the reasons I'm wearing these.
To be perfectly blunt, there is no targeting system. That's why I didn't pull a gun during the fight earlier. There's no guarantee that I'll target who or what I want to shoot because it simply locks on to the nearest object. Oh, and it's all but impossible to be stealthy with a gun drawn because every time she targets a person, she yells, "Freeze!" And when I say you'll target the nearest object, I'm not kidding. You'll auto-target civilians, any cars that are either parked or driving by, and even garbage cans.
Ah, my eyes! The goggles do nothing! Ah! What is this? Is this another side mission? Take down the elusive garbage can crime syndicate? Is there a mission where I have to bitch slap a garbage can across an interrogation room? What is this?
All my years in the Force, I've seen you scum run around the town thinking you own the place. It took a while, but there was fortunately one good officer in the Force that was smart enough to realize who they were dealing with. And now you're here. With me. So, how are you feeling? Ah, the strong, silent, inanimate type, are we? Oh, don't worry. I have ways of making people break, even if they aren't technically people. You heard me right. You scum think you can just run around the town, be randomly placed throughout the city. But I know for one thing that I'm here to clean the streets, and you are gonna be cleaned off. There's only one thing I want, and that's information. Information as to why you trash cans are being placed randomly about. Are you part of an organization? Are you part of some kind of scheme here? Is someone placing you in random positions? I want answers, and I won't leave until you give me some. Oh, believe me, there are only two ways we can do this. My way and my way. And trust me, you don't want my way. You may think you can get away with it because you're an inanimate object. But no inanimate object has survived through me. The 88 case of the recycling scam? Oh, you did not want to be a plastic bottle when I'm around. Okay, so be it. I have all the time in the world.